Here we will discuss about the seal classes and enum classes. So if we will go through the Kotlin documentation, so seal classes represent restricted class hierarchies that provide more control over inheritance. Let's say all direct subclasses of a seal class are already known at the compile time. So it plays a vital role when we check the response in using when. So we will not need to use else case there. So in a simple words, if I will say, seal classes are used to define a restricted hierarchy of classes, and each of these subclasses will representing some kind of a state. So let's say we can have a time, and that could be of two values. It could be a daytime or it could be a night time. So we can do it using the enum class as well. Let's say enum class time enum, and it could be of day and it could be of time. But we can do it using the seal class as well. Seal class time seal class, and it could be of object day, and it could be of object night. But so let's say now I want to pass some value in that. Let's say, well, time unit in this, and it could be of string type. And let's say, sorry, it's for day it's am, and for night it's pm. So we can do this using seal class as well. So let's say class, let's say make it data class. I'm going to make it as data class. Well, time unit it could be of string, and it could be of well time unit of string. So it can be done using both seal class and enum class. Then what's the main difference between the seal class and enum class? So let's dig it out. Okay, and it could be done using let's say uh, assume a scenario where I want to pass some greeting messages in daytime, but not into the night time. Sorry. So let's say if I want to pass some greeting message here, well, greeting it could be of string, but I want to pass only in the day. So let's say good morning. So if you will see here, it's giving some error, and that is the add constructor parameter greeting. But it means you need to add greeting for night time as well. So but if I want to do this using the seal class, so it's really simple. Let's say I just want to pass well greeting in this scenario, and it's done. Okay, but so what's the main difference? The difference it allow to handle heterogeneous type of data. Okay, first thing is that, so let's dig more, and I'm going to show you something as well. If you will see the compiled code of seal class, so seal class is abstract by default, constructor is private here, it could be protected as well, and the child classes are final classes. So what we can see, constructor is private, or it could be protected as well. And if I will say abstract class by default, and child classes are final by default. So this is the main difference of the CL classes from Enum classes. So what's the need of the CL classes? So let's dig more about it. So let's example I am showing you handling API response. And if we will talk about the API response, it could be of three types. Let's say I'm not saying that it's a API response, handling API calling, I will say. So let's say it could be of three type API calling, and it could be of three type. Let's say first could be the success, and let's say we are getting some data of type T in this scenario, and second could be the error, and it could be of T type as well. And in error we can get some message. So let's say message, it could be of string type, and message के अलावा some error throwable, and it will be of API. And third one could be the loading, and in loading we don't need any type of data here because it's just loading right now. So this is the scenario here. So let's say I am using some mutable type data. Let's say response, I can say here, and it could be of mutable type data, and it will be of type API calling, and I am saying it's of type any here right now. So let's say I am creating some observe response, and if I will be observing this response, so I will say key response dot observe forever here, because I am not having any kind of life cycle here, and I will respond this as I will observe this response and will check it. I will check if it is success. So I will render success UI here, and it could be of error some here, so it will be of error, and third one could be the loading part. So so if you will see, we don't need to use else part here. So if I will wrap up this video, so we can say seal class provides a controlled hierarchy. It allows us to handle heterogeneous type of data. The constructor of the seal class is private or protected by defaultly. They are abstract classes by defaultly, and child classes are final by default. This is the main characteristics of the seal classes. Thank you everyone.